Hey, Rich with SBCom here. We're going to do another demo. Josh AI. I've been looking at control systems quite some time. Obviously, we deal with Control4. We also rep Josh AI. I've also been looking at Crestron and RTI and all these other brands that are out there. I really think Josh AI is going to be the king of the castle. Give it like maybe 2 more years, but they are definitely in the running, top 3 for sure. We're going to go inside and do that demo. Let's go.
Welcome. My name is Jim. So since we're going to go visit our friends at Glass House, I think I'm going to ring the doorbell and let them know that we're here.
Someone is at the front door. Give me a moment to look around. I see an indoor gathering of people seated in rows facing one another, possibly at a trade show. A man stands out on stage in black clothing, gesturing with his hand. The audience appears engaged and focused on him.
Okay, so what do? I just used a brand new IC real-time door station that's being launched at CEDIA. We're looking at our 10-inch touchscreen that's also being launched today at CEDIA. But most importantly, what we did is we took the AI part of Josh AI and just analyzed the camera image, right? Then it told us what it saw. How is that usable? Think about you're in the kitchen cooking, your hands are messy, you can't get to your phone, you're not near your touchscreen. It just tells you there's a guy at the front door in brown shorts and a brown shirt and dropping off a box. You don't need to go to the door. You don't need to worry about it. If you're away from the home, you're going to get that same message as a text on a push notification on your phone. Then you can open up the app. You can interact with this remote. You can talk to the person at the door. You can unlock the door if your kids may have forgotten their key. Right? So we're taking that power to make it easier for you to interact with your front door. What we call that is Josh Vision. That's also something to do with security camera. You can ask any security camera you have in your home to say, okay, Josh, analyze the backyard camera. It's going to tell you what it sees. So you hear that noise at 2 o'clock in the morning, you have to get out of bed, find your glasses, find your app, ask Josh what's going on. So let me go ahead and switch you over to this TV there, and I will get something on it. So, those of you who've done Josh before, you recognize this looks different. Our app interface is brand new. What's the main thing we did? We pulled that menu bar down to the bottom. Why? Where's your thumb naturally? As these phones get bigger and bigger, it's harder and harder to reach all the way up to the top, right? We also put in a layer for your scenes. You swipe left and right, your scenes are right there. As you go up, again, remember to set the touchscreen as I start scrolling up. There's our icon for that outdoor camera that we got, right? I can click on that, we'll get that image, and we'll load up in a couple seconds here. There we go. Swipe down to get rid of it. So I want you to focus on the lamp over there. When you go in, I'm going to control. Obviously, that lamp has 2 sources, top and bottom. They're catcher lamps. So what I can do is go to our new color picker, and I can change that lamp. I'll make that one kind of that orangey red. And then I'm going to go ahead and make the bottom something different. So, go and make that one. I'm going to make that one green. What I want to show you is I go back to the top. I can go into the white picker. So for tunable white lighting, I can set the color temperature of that upper right, anywhere from melt your face to surf for the sun, all the way down to candlelight. If you're in the catcher world, help me in the catcher. If I go right, I control the vibrancy. 100% vibrancy, 0% vibrancy.
Nice.
Is that not the best lighting interface you've ever seen?
That is nice.
Right? No, nobody loves it. Another feature I'm going to show you is on the bottom. There's a little thing called sync to daylight. If I hit that, it's going to set the mask to the outside, right? What is that called in the neutral? Natural shift, right? Okay? So what you can do now is a situation in a house where you can't fit catcher into the whole house. You don't have the budget. But you sold that best lighting in the world catcher in the main. What happens when they transition to the other parts of the house? As long as they have tunable white lights that you can talk to, you can sync it. So it actually brings that natural show through the whole home, which is super powerful. Right? It allows you probably in a situation like that to get catcher in a house that you couldn't before. Because you're going to say, well, it's going to be too different. This part's going to be great, that part's not. So now you have the tool to be able to do that. Right? Okay. So the next thing I want to talk to you about are scenes. I was an integrator for a long time. I could never imagine walking out one of my jobs without having a few scenes, right? Why do you have a control system if you don't have scenes? Well, we did a little bit. We looked at all the Josh systems that are out in the wild, and over 50% of those Josh systems have 0 scenes. 0. How does that happen? I know how it happens. guys are the last person on the job. You've been sitting at the kitchen counter tweaking things for 60 days after they moved in. They just want you out. Get out. So how do you fix that? How do you make it easier and simple for them to get that good experience? Really simple. We take this scene button. It says create scene. I'm going to click on it, and I get what's called recommended scenes. These are AI generated scenes based on that specific one. These aren't other ones that we developed in Denver here. It looks at what's in the house and then says, I think you need a good morning or a good night scene. If we had a good morning scene or a good night scene, it won't suggest it. If we see they have a home cinema, would you like to create a movie time scene? How about a relaxed scene? All they have to do is look at that, click it, and it's created. That's pretty cool, right? How about any Spinal Tap fans here? How about if I turn scene creation up to 11? Because I can do that. How about if we create a scene off the cuff based on a few parameters? So let's say we have some guests coming over to Glass House to visit. They're coming from a foreign country. So give me a foreign country that our guests are coming from. Germany. All right. Somebody said Germany.
No, he said Mexico. He said Germany.
Oh, next Germany. Okay, so it's Germany. So our German friends are coming over. What are they coming over for? Dinner, lunch?
Beers.
Huh?
Beer. They're coming for beer.
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 All right. So
They're German.
is this going to be like a really depressing beer party, or is it going to be like a blowout?
Depends how many beers you drink.
Come on, give me a mood. Very exciting. All right, very exciting. I like that. Okay. So I'm going to give this. I'm going to give this scene to these two Josh. We're going to see what they do for creating the scene. Create the scene for my German friend who are visiting to have a beer party.
He verbally spoke that into the app. And Josh AI is going to create the scene using artificial intelligence.
So let's do this little AI thing in the background. He's analyzing what we have in the room to use to make the scene.
Oh, there it goes.
There it goes. So the German Beer Fest scene, turn the lights to golden hue, open the shades and play German folk music, create a festive atmosphere for your beer party with your German friends. Right? Then I can click on this open scene and view what it's doing. We're creating all those lines of command with AI. Any of those lines you can go in and edit. So what this has done is gotten you a scene that's probably 95% there, and you can tweak it. How long would it take you to program that scene in the normal control system?
Yeah.
So that's the power you have. How are we going to trigger that scene? Well, here's some suggestions for voice trigger. Beer party, Oktoberfest, German celebration, right? And then
Oh, it pre-built the aliases for you too? That's cool.
The custom responses, you pick which one you want. And it'll rotate these four down there, it'll rotate through them. You leave them all there if you want, you get a different every time you do it.
That's cool.
All right. So, I believe that is one of the most powerful things of this show. I'm biased, of course. I'm going to show you what else I think is amazing that we have at this show. So, those of you who have been in the Josh World for more than 14 months will know we've been talking about the Edge remote.
Too long.
Too long. This is actually an Edge remote. We're actually here. This one actually works. We are going to ship these to our beta testers starting next week. All right. So it does work. It lights up. It's cool. I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn the lights on and off. I'm going to turn back on. I'm going to go ahead and control the TV. We don't have to switch. I'll open the shades instead. The top 6 buttons, if you're not familiar with Edge, are field changeable. That wall behind you there is a whole bunch of pictures of icons on it. And I noticed that's our theme this year. About 90 some odd buttons you can choose from. So if this remote's being used in a TV room, it's pretty much set up that way, all right? But let's say there's no TV in there. It's a room that has shades, lighting, and maybe music. Customize those buttons, change them what you need. Maybe it's a power user of Netflix. Go to Red M. Put that to Netflix button, okay? So this is going to be shipping as soon as beta's over. That's before the end of the year. If all goes well, you should have these things